From Oklahoma City, this is News 4 Nightcast.
Scores of fake ID cards are found in a police raid.
A death sentence stands for a convicted killer.
And a special prosecutor resigns under sharp criticism. Good evening, I'm Dan Slocum.
And I'm Linda Kavanaugh. The special prosecutor in the David Walters loan controversy is quitting the case. Robert Alexander is resigning because a separate case has cast a shadow over his ability to handle the investigation. Tonight, no one is sure who will wind up taking over the matter.
I intend to do everything and anything that will ensure that the investigation is not only fair, but fair in appearance as well.
Robert Alexander was named special prosecutor less than a month ago. He was expected to decide whether David Walters should be taken to court for accepting questionable campaign loans last year. But now Alexander himself is embroiled in controversy sufficient enough to force him out of the investigation. Today, Alexander told Governor Bellman he's resigning. The reason for the resignation stems from his handling of a recent court case. Alexander represented a client who filed an appeal with the 10th Circuit Court. The court was outraged that Alexander was bringing such a frivolous case before them, and they told him so. In an opinion handed down on November 9th, the judges said the appeal was patently frivolous, multiplicious, and vexatious. A panel of judges had earlier ordered Alexander to personally pay attorney's fees for his opponents in the case. Alexander declined to discuss his resignation tonight on camera. The governor's office could not be reached for comment. David Walters continues to criticize the way this controversy is being handled.
My opinion about the governor being involved in the process hasn't changed. I think that was inappropriate and premature, and hopefully he won't continue to be involved in the process.
Now a new prosecutor must be selected. No one's sure who that will be or when the selection will take place. Peter Mays, News 4 Nightcast.
A frightening twist to a baby's death tonight. At first, police thought they were looking at another child abuse case, but now they say the baby's 5-year-old brother may have killed him. And as Mary Beth Sloan reports now from the newsroom, television may be to blame. Mary Beth.
Dan, 2 weeks ago, 8-month-old Brandon Stoner's mother rushed him to the hospital. He was in a coma. Doctors said the baby suffered from a serious blow to the top of his head. Brandon lingered in the coma for about a week, then died. Police thought an adult may have hit him. Then they talked with his brother and heard what they believe is the real story. They say the 5-year-old told them he watched a lot of professional wrestling. They say he could name the wrestlers and he knew the lingo. They say he probably was mimicking what he saw when he allegedly did this to his little brother.
Body slam. The 5-year-old brother indicated to homicide detectives that he had picked his 8-month-old brother up and body slammed him into the floor. And
if possible, they should stay with them while they're watching television so they can talk to them about what they're seeing. But he says most importantly, don't let them sit hours on end in front of the screen, especially when they're watching shows which depict extremely aggressive behavior. As for the 5-year-old, prosecutors say they're not sure what's going to happen. They haven't gotten the case yet. He's probably too young to be charged with any crime. Regardless, it's something he'll have to live with for the rest of his life. Dan?
Thanks, Mary Beth. Oklahoma City police and investigators with the district attorney's office busted a woman who allegedly was manufacturing and living off her fake IDs. Today, they were trying to piece it all together. When they searched 39-year-old Helen Hull's house last night, they found a camera like the ones used to take driver's license photographs. They also found 18 fake licenses, all with her picture on them, all bearing different names. They believe Hull went through a doctor's directory, copied down doctors' names, then got their wives' names and addresses. She then allegedly would open checking accounts and get credit cards. The doctors got the bills. They think she was operating for about 3 months. They say they're trying to find out whether she has a criminal record, but they say there's no telling how many names she may have used.
A judge has ordered an Oklahoma City man to stand trial for the alleged murder of an 8-year-old boy. The attorney for accused killer, Robert Paul Thornburg, had asked a judge to dismiss the murder charge. Thornburg's lawyer claimed prosecutors had failed to show that the 8-year-old victim had been murdered. Prosecutors argued they had circumstantial evidence linking Thornburg to the boy's death. Thornburg is scheduled to stand trial for murder in January. And the man convicted of murdering 3 members of a Texas family will stay on death row. Roger Dale Stafford tried to have his death sentence overturned, saying his wife testified against him after she was hypnotized. Federal judge upheld Stafford's sentence. Stafford has also been convicted of killing 6 people in an Oklahoma City steakhouse in 1978. A few hours away, relief agencies are scrambling tonight to try to find food for the needy. Nightcast reporter Marty Griffin is standing by live at the Jesus House, where there appears to be a shortage of turkeys.
That's right, Linda. We are in the storage area of the Jesus House. As you can see, workers are busy putting up bags of potatoes and other types of items, but they need turkeys, they need canned goods, and they need bread. Now, they have such a need this year because of the numbers of people who stopped by here this year for help. Those numbers, 2,500 families got help last year. They say before it's all over tomorrow, 5,000 families will have stopped by here for help here at the Jesus House. That's a new record. While there is concern here tonight that some food items could run out, across town there is a celebration.
Thanks. That's the essence of Thanksgiving for them.
There are more than 7,000 refugees in Oklahoma City, most of them from Vietnam. They are here because of religious and political persecution in their countries. America is their home now, and they are thankful.
We just have to thank the United States for what we have, that we have our home here, our job, and we're really happy now here. And that's why in this day we can say thank you, United States, that we can be here.
Men will be working here all night to get food baskets ready for folks who will stop by here tomorrow. If you need help or if you wish to donate some food, stop by the Jesus House here at 1335 West Sheridan sometime after 9:30 tomorrow. They expect to help out about 1,000 families tomorrow alone. They need turkeys, canned goods, and bread. Back to you, Dan.
Thanks, Marty. Shortages of food and clothing for the needy receive a lot of attention during the holiday season. But health reporter Terry Cook tells us it's a year-long nutritional problem for many people and their families.
People begin lining up for free food at the Jesus House just before 5 o'clock each evening. This home feeds up to 700 people every day, as many as 1,000 a day during Thanksgiving and Christmas. At least a third of the hungry mouths are children.
From Chicago tonight, flags in Illinois are at half staff in memory of Chicago Mayor Harold Washington. He died of a heart attack today. Washington was re-elected last April, the first Chicago mayor to serve 2 terms in over 10 years. Besides being Chicago's first black mayor, Washington was also recognized as one of the nation's most prominent black leaders. His aides say he collapsed at his desk. He died about 2.5 hours later. He was 65.
Pretty much been a nasty day over Oklahoma with low-hanging clouds and not very much in the way of warmth. Our daytime high is not too much different from the temperatures we're seeing right now. We made 46 degrees here in Oklahoma City. It was a little bit warmer down in the southwest. They saw a little bit of sunshine down in Altus and parts of western Oklahoma, but the clouds have moved back in over the entire state, and we're even seeing some scattered drizzle in some places. So it looks like the inclement weather that we're seeing now is going to last for the next couple of days. Right now at the Weather Service, they have 42 degrees. Humidity is up at 82%. Winds are out of the northeast at 15, which is putting a pretty good wind chill on out there. And the pressure right now is 3019, and it's rising. As far as travel goes over Oklahoma tonight and tomorrow, we should see no problems. We will see rain developing late in the afternoon and towards tomorrow night over a good part of the state, but it's only going to be rainy travel. Now, winter-type weather will extend all the way from Wyoming, eastern Colorado, into southwestern Texas. Winter storm watches are now up for the western portion of the Oklahoma Panhandle as well. Down in the Texas Panhandle, northern New Mexico, all in through that area. Heavy snow is possible. In fact, in some places in the Texas Panhandle alone, they're looking for up to a half foot of snow as we get into tomorrow night and also Friday morning. The upper level wind showing a big storm over southern Utah that looks like it's going to move to the east, break out rain over Oklahoma, snow in the Panhandle, and then basically move to the north of the state as we get into the weekend. If this deviates and moves a little bit further to the south, we could see snow as far south as western Oklahoma, and Friday morning, maybe even here in the central part of the state. It looks a little unlikely at this time. It looks like the best chance of precipitation for the state, for most of us anyway, is going to be in the form of rain. On the surface, a little low pressure system is developed, and not much in the way of snow in through western Colorado now, but by morning, snow will inundate the entire state. Travel will become hazardous into that area. In fact, parts of the skiers are looking up to about a foot of snow by late tomorrow night. So the ski areas are going to come out like a bandit on this one, but travelers probably not real excited about all this. The rain that was in Oklahoma yesterday moved down into southeastern Texas with very heavy thunderstorms and extends now all the way up into the Ohio Valley, while the storm out to our west, you can see it gathering strength out there and moving our way. Tomorrow we'll see snow spread all the way through the Rockies out into the plains, the Oklahoma Panhandle. Rain will start to develop over Oklahoma as the low starts to get a little bit closer to the state, and by tomorrow night we should see a real good chance of rain just about anywhere in Oklahoma. Daytime highs won't rise too much tomorrow, only into the 40s, 30s in through the Great Lakes and the northern plains, down and through the southeast. It'll be the warmest, about 82 degrees at Miami. Here's a forecast for tonight. Cloudy and cold, some occasional drizzle and fog. Overnight lows in the upper 30s and lower 40s across the state. And for tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, cloudy and cool. The winds will make it feel almost cold at times. Rain developing late in the afternoon towards tomorrow night, and a good chance of snow in the Panhandle. Daytime highs only in the 40s. For the metro area, down to about 41, only 48 for a daytime high. Our chance of rain will be about 80% late, and we're going to continue that right on through Friday. Looks like it'll start to end as we get into Saturday. Sunday looks to be the best day with 50 for a daytime high. Until then, I doubt we'll get out of the 40s. Okay, so happy Thanksgiving.
To you, too. It's a far cry, though, from that winter of '83. Do you remember that one?
No, what was it like?
I've heard this conversation someplace.
Tonight in sports, a trio of Sooners are named to another football All-America team.
And Bob Berry Jr. will check in on another ex-Oklahoma star off to a great start. Sports is next. Bob Berry probably has those big lays around his neck, watching a few hula dancers, you know.
Yeah. Doing that tough thing you do in Hawaii.
He's got to do it.
I know, he's there and I'm here. That's why he hired me. The college football postseason honors keep coming out, even though there's still a few games left before the bowls begin. Let's take a look. The Football Writers of America released their All-America team, and the Oklahoma Sooners, ranked #1 in the nation, paced the squad with 3 first-teamers: Keith Jackson, Ricky Dixon, and Mark Hudson, all very deserving. They've had great years for the Sooners. Now, others of interest, the kick returner, obviously, Tim Brown of Notre Dame. He will win the Heisman Trophy, bet you, on December the 5th. The quarterback is Don McPherson of Syracuse. He's had an outstanding year. They're unbeaten. The running backs, this is a disappointment. Craig Hayward and Lorenzo White. Where's Thurman Thomas? I mean, he should be on that team. The linebacker, Chris Spielman from Ohio State. He's favored to win the Lombardi Award as the outstanding lineman. And the defensive back, Benny Blades of Miami. Of course, they will play Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl New Year's night here on Channel 4. Now, the Outland Trophy finalists were announced also by the football writers. Dan Stubbs of Miami is one of them. Michael Dean Perry, the brother of the Fridge, is another finalist, as is Chad Hennings, the defensive tackle for Air Force. Again, the finalist for the Outland Trophy. Now, the pro team off to an All-American start was the Houston Oilers. I say was until last Sunday when they were humbled by the Cleveland Browns. And in his report tonight, former Sooner Spencer Tillman of the Oilers looks at the reasons for unexpected losses and great performances in the NFL and in the college ranks. Here's Spencer's diary.
In the AFC Central Division. You may wonder, how can a team that was tied for first place and playing so well get beat so badly by a team that was only supposed to win by 4 points? Well, I think this loss, as well as many of the upsets to come as the season draws to a close, can be attributed to parity. It's that balancing element that drives odds makers wild. On a given day, anyone can win. In college, take the Big 8 for members, as well as myself. Spencer Tillman, News 4 Sports.
Thank you, Spencer. Here's a game set for tomorrow, Texas at Texas A&M. The winner of that game will go to the Cotton Bowl. And I'd like to show you the professional schedule, too. Kansas City at Detroit right here at 11:30 on Channel 4. And Minnesota against Dallas in another annual Thanksgiving Day game starting at 3 o'clock. And in pro basketball tonight, the crowd was on their feet to give a standing ovation to Larry Bird, who has been out 4 games because of ankle injuries to both ankles. 2 other scores. Well, the Knicks won, broke a 14-game road losing streak. Chicago defeated Milwaukee. Michael Jordan had 33 points in that game. Dallas over Detroit, it was Rolando Blackman with 30. Phoenix leading Houston in the 3rd period, and the Clippers have taken a 2nd quarter lead over Washington. And one soccer score to report. Unfortunately, Southern Nazarene season ends in the NAIA National Tournament, but they won 19 games, lost only 6 with 1 tie, the best season in school history.
They should be proud. We congratulate them.
Good year.
And still ahead, trimming the nation's Christmas tree.
We'll show you what tops this event next.
Well, if you remember your weather symbols, you can probably solve this little puzzle. We'll be saying this as we sit here in the dreary drizzle and rain tomorrow.
Hold your answer for a second.
Okay.
And let the folks at home kind of struggle along with me on this one.
You're biding time, Dan. You'll never
well,
get
go
it.
ahead, Linda, if you got it.
Aloha. Come on, Dan. Come on.
Bob.
That's right.
That is actually the first clever one you've had.
Thank you so much.
Oh, bitterness.
Why don't I get those? Okay. A star is shining tonight on top of the nation's Christmas tree. It was put there by Barbara Bush, the vice president's wife. She had a little help from her twin granddaughters. They rode to the top of the tree in a cherry picker. The 5-point star will change from red to white to blue to celebrate the bicentennial year of the Constitution. It's nice.
And tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Hope you have a wonderful one.
I hope you do, too.
We have many things to be thankful for.
Yes, we do. The picture puzzle notwithstanding. And we'll be back tomorrow. Hope you'll join us.
Have a good holiday.
Good night.